Eyes in the sky, gazing far.
Well, it's our first real chance to see how away, no problems. Solly's turns. Solly's one of those players probably at Girona now, based on
without question.
what he.
One legendary player, and also the cariño, which is the word people use here, the adoration for him. Reasonable intensity of pre-season matches, and this, where, for example, Rayo wasn't getting it, and Blint had to intervene and take over to help. To be stunted now looks to have been completely coped with, and it's a footballer that we're going to enjoy.
At the start, he'd worked on a few things during the.
But you called it right. Asprilla had to be really adept to read. Movement is more than adequate. And Ratio, the Romanian international. Oh, there's a goal.
Well, here comes an opportunity. It's going to find its way into the net as Rayo Vallecano celebrate. Chaos at the back, some teething problems. His labours as he closes in on ᴊᴜényᴏ. He was left all at sea. The one-time Rayo Vallecano goalkeeper. First goal of the game comes just 18 stronger players in defence. Krejci is still thrown off by De Frutos, and that's the second goal. It's pulled into the centre for Álvaro Garcia, and Rayo rights have been bought by Villarreal, who had a 50% ownership of it. Actually did struggle last season at home, uncarried long over towards the right-hand side. Lejeune trying to bring it back in, was trying to look just for a sniff of a chance.
One of the symbols of his difficult time at Girona is that he all Einstein stuff, but it gave me goosebumps listening to it. And as people who've played at amateur total discipline, I think we can judge from that with.
Well, held up in the midfield, slightly slow going forward. Girona, they find some Blind. Oh, he's in a real panic there. Turned around, he did see Rayo Vallecano play behind him, and there's another opportunity for Rayo Vallecano. Has the referee given anything here? He pointed to the spot, and it's a red card. ᴊᴜényᴏ's woes continue on with the run-up. Goalkeeper guesses the right way, but there's no keeping out the penalty. It's tucked away. But a couple of step-overs from him. This time doesn't get the better of the defender. You see Palazón tries to help him out as the run around. He could pull this across. He does so. There's the finish, and maybe game on. It's Rocco who's finished that off, but it was all about. As the ball goes out of play. Roca, player who got the goal back for Girona. That gives
he should have made that.
Manages to intercept. That's a rash attempt.
Of that. Other players react to it too, that's the truth.
Villarreal next, you would imagine that Porto would likely be a starter.
Flooded, if you like. But everybody watching, both of us, we grew up with a love of football, and when you see a footballer like Porto is doing, it just makes you think, well, I haven't misspent my.
He's never. Was a decent ball in from Pancho Espino to be starting next weekend, though, based on what we've seen.
I'd have thought so, and you hope that for the benefit of Rayo, for the benefit of Spanish football, that.
To cease. The game comes to a close. The first game of the season for these two sides ends with defeat for Girona. The great